My name is Aarthi Ananthanarayanan. I am a consultant that's working with Carbon to Sea on our global engagement work. And this morning, we've heard from some amazing scientists and advocates and Indigenous leaders, folks who are building the evidence base and the social license and the public engagement and the tools that help us understand if OAE is a safe and effective climate solution. Our afternoon sessions are focused on policy and governance. So that is, if the science proves out, how can we actually ensure that society is ready to act on that information? I have a clicker. There we go. So as we think about this work, our hypothesis is this, and it's not a scientific hypothesis, but let's go with it. Without policy support, responsible ocean-based carbon dioxide removal can't move from the lab to the ocean. And just like there are efforts to build the ecosystem of scientific knowledge and research so that the field can move forward, we need that same effort to push the policy space forward so that governments can learn alongside us and build the capacities to responsibly oversee the sector. So what's our starting point? We know the terrestrial playbook doesn't work because the ocean is fundamentally different. It is a transboundary space and politically exposed, so we have to make the time to do that policy and community outreach. The support that we need is fragmented, so often it's split between at least two policy communities, the climate action community and the ocean protection community, and they often operate in different spheres. And then there's the reality that policy doesn't always follow what the science says is the optimal answer. It requires policy readiness, good governance, public legitimacy, coalition building, and that the timing is right. So our afternoon sessions are going to cover two themes that reflect the different levels at which we need to start building this policy ecosystem. The first is the national and regional level, and we're going to have 6 different case studies. I'm so excited that this year we have 6 examples of policy signals that we can show. And the second session is going to be international governance. So what are the international governance regimes that create headwinds and tailwinds for the OCDR space? So each of our speakers today are leaders in their respective spaces, and they're going to showcase how and where OCDR policy is gaining traction. And I just want to note that it's important, the way that we're using the word policy here is pretty loose. We're talking about policy signals, right? So that's government roadmaps, shared research agendas, efforts to assess OAE's readiness for emerging policy frameworks. Often we're not yet at the point where policy is actually moving forward. So just a note there. And I hope you'll enjoy these presentations. I have so loved learning from these presenters. So with that, I'll invite Sylvain up as our first presenter.